He said, "I'm going to kill you."
Whoa!
With a smile on his face.
Whoa!
And he said, start hearing him talking to himself, angrily saying, "Kill her, kill her."
What is good, you go? My name is ReboundLeader. Welcome back with another video for today, guys. For today, 3 scary true night shift horror stories, bro. How many night shift horror stories are we gonna react to for them to understand that the night shift is the most messed up shift that you can ever be working on, bro? Unless if you were working from home and that's it, it's overnight and you're working at home, that's the only thing. But other than that, malls, bro, all these places working security, night shift, oh my goodness, bro. That's a whole lot of trouble. Let's get right to this video.
I regrettably used to work at a hotel in our town. Our town had gotten hit by a hurricane a few months back, and a lot of houses were badly damaged, so a lot of people vacated the place. The hotel is about a 20-minute walk from my house. The town and hotel name I'll leave out of this, as I really just don't want anything traced back to me.
That's crazy.
The hotel was a very standard bed
It was
breakfast
that
type
messed
place.
up.
You know, where they serve wet scrambled eggs, frozen sausages, and assorted cereals.
Oh, heck no.
The hotel had a busy month
Bro, that should be a 1-star hotel already, bro. Heck no.
after the hurricane, as some people were out of their houses due to damages. But after a while, things quieted down. If anything, quieter than before the hurricane. I always worked nights, from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. Then someone would relieve me at 2 a.m. and they'd work till 10 or 11 a.m.
That's
I
crazy.
could always see how many people were checked into the hotel, and at the time it was only maybe 9 rooms, which wasn't a lot at all. I could go the whole night sometimes without seeing anyone. There was a back break room for employees with a coffee machine, fridge, table, and a couple sofa-type chairs. The employee bathroom was also back here. At night, I spent most of my time back here. There was a bell at the front desk that people would ring if they needed anything.
Yup.
I was in the back when I heard a deep voice from the lobby saying hello repeatedly. I got up and went through the door leading to behind the counter and saw a man on the other side of the glass.
Alright.
There was a glass barrier with an opening underneath about 10 inches high. He said he needed towels. I grabbed him a couple extra towels and slid them on.
You need towels at this time of night? What the heck are you using those towels for? Second of all, he said he works from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's not that bad, honestly, because, you know, you live 20-minute walk from your house. But the thing is that, why would you walk 20 minutes to your place in the dark? You better have a car, bro, because when it's 3 a.m., 3 a.m. hits you. Oh, bro. You better be inside your house.
He grabbed them rather aggressively, shot me this weird look, then walked to the room's hallway. I stayed in the lobby now, sitting in the rolling chair by the monitors, and I just watched that man on the camera walk down the hallway.
Okay.
He was looking around weirdly. Then he started rubbing the towels on his face.
What the
I
heck?
said out loud, "What in the world?" Then he got in the elevator. So I went back to the break room. It was maybe 10 minutes later when I heard a voice again from the lobby. It was the same voice. I walked back out, and
Who
the
is
man
this
was
guy?
standing on the other side again. He said very loudly, "My key card is broken."
What the heck you mean your key card is broken? Bro, whose man's is this, bro?
What his room number was. He said it was something random like 2C, something with a letter in it. Our hotel room strictly had numbers, no letters.
Ah, get out of here. We caught you. We don't have letters. We have numbers only. Who are you? Grab your shotgun right now, please.
I knew this man was lying. I told him, "Sir, our rooms don't have letters. Are you sure you're staying here?" His reaction was not something I was expecting. Nor was it something I wish I ever had to be victim to.
Ooh.
He threw the towels on the floor, started smiling, slightly tilting his head as he got closer to the glass.
What?
When his face was practically pressed up on the glass, he said, "I'm going to kill you."
Whoa!
With a smile on his face.
Whoa!
And he said it again, louder, and again. Each time he said it, it got louder until it was...
What the heck? As soon as he got caught, he started to manifest, bro. The demon inside of him got out, bro. He couldn't hold it in for much longer. That is crazy. You are so lucky you have that glass window or that glass shield right in front, bro. Some hotels don't even have that. You are so lucky.
It was almost a scream. I screamed back at him, "I'm calling the police." And I did. I picked up the phone and showed him as I dialed 911.
Yep.
He kept his disturbing smile as he now started mocking me, calling the police.
Okay.
I spoke to the dispatcher on the phone, explaining very loudly what was happening in front of my face. The sick man laughed and headed for the door in a slow walk.
Wow.
I told the dispatcher he was leaving.
What a
When he
weirdo.
was gone through the doors and out of sight, I said he was gone. She asked me if I still wanted an officer to show up, and I said, no, it's all right.
What?
So the next couple hours...
Why would you deny, bro? Why would you deny? Bro, what if he comes back? Come on, bro.
My shift went slow. I decided, for obvious reasons, to hang around in the lobby now instead of the break room. There was one guest who checked in during this time. At around 2 a.m., my relief came. I clocked out and was free to go home. I walked outside to the parking lot. It was cold out. I remember wishing I brought my coat. I walked with my hands in the pockets of my light jacket and my hood up. Then I heard a voice in the parking lot. I turned around. There was a line of bushes that covered the first floor windows of the hotel.
Heck no, he's waiting.
From the bushes. I don't know what the voice said. I didn't care. I walked faster now. Once I got out of the parking lot, I was on a main road for a brief minute.
That's crazy.
There were no cars on the road in this quiet town at this hour.
This is crazy.
After a minute, I turned left down a residential street that would eventually turn onto my block.
Wow.
It was dead silent out. Not even the sound of any distant traffic. Just the sound of my shoes hitting the pavement. And then the sound of someone else's shoes hitting the pavement behind me.
Yo, if you do not
The
run.
sound of someone running, as if on their tiptoes, trying to be quiet. By the
Run.
time I turned around, they stopped. There was a car right behind me, and I almost knew that there was someone hiding behind it.
Yup.
I heard laughing, and then a familiar voice saying quietly, "I'm going to kill you, bitch."
Oh!
Without even seeing him,
Run!
I knew it was that man. I looked around, planning out my next move. I couldn't outrun a man, let alone wearing my work shoes. I looked at the nearest house. It had an upstairs light on. Someone was awake. I would go run and ring the doorbell for help. I was back at the car, and I saw him. That man, peeking his eyes out from behind the car as he
That's
inched around
creepy,
it to
bro.
the front.
That is creepy as
Got
hell.
to the hood. The rest of his face and upper body were exposed.
Oh my
I could
goodness.
see his disgusting, crazy smile again.
Of course.
I ran for the house, screaming, "Help me." I made it to the front door and rang the bell at least 3 times. And that's when the man grabbed me and started choking me, whispering in
What?
my ear, "Die, bitch."
What? Oh my... Bro, how did you
In that
survive?
moment, I thought my life was flashing before my eyes. And then an angel in the form of a man opened the front door to the house and screamed "hey" at the man choking me.
Yes,
The man's
sir.
grip was released from my neck and I fell to the floor.
Wow.
I never turned to watch the man run away.
Wow.
The man from the house helped me up and brought me inside. He gave me water and called the police for me.
Wow.
I explained the whole story to the police.
What a great
They
Samaritan.
collected the CCTV footage of the man from the hotel and put feelers out to track him. I was called into the police station when they did a lineup of people who looked similar to the man on the CCTV footage, and I was asked to point out which man I thought was him. I looked at all 5 of them for like 5 minutes, and I ultimately said it wasn't any of them.
What?
I don't know if the pressure and nerves got to me, but in the moment, I truly didn't recognize him to be in that lineup.
Is this a
I hope to this
ghost?
day, I didn't make a mistake and let that man roam free.
That's crazy.
I work in the pro department of a home improvement company. I work the closing shift with another cashier, who I'll call Nicole. Nicole is a really kind but quite timid cashier. She's also very pretty, so she has a lot of contractors hit on her. It's usually not that worrisome, though. A few compliments, maybe a dinner invite, which she'd politely decline. I would probably ask her out as well, if it wasn't for one detail. Nicole does have a girlfriend, so being hit on by guys on a daily basis makes her rather uncomfortable.
Okay.
When we first met, I told her she ought to tell those guys about being gay, but she kept saying it wasn't any of their business, so she kept that part to herself. Nicole has become my best friend, and having another cashier there with you keeps things from getting lonely. We even cover for each other's lunch breaks. One day when I came back from lunch, Nicole started telling me about this rather creepy guy who was flirting with her. She said she politely turned him down, saying she was with someone already, and
Okay.
while he didn't seem happy, he did leave. I shrugged it off as nothing more than the usual horny guy and laughed it off. But later that day, the man came
Keep it
back.
in your pants.
Nicole wasn't there, as she had left to help a customer find some lumber, so it was just me. He looked rather normal, probably handsome to most women, but he acted off. After looking around the area, I asked him if I could help him with anything. "I'm here to see Nicole," he told me.
What?
I asked him how he knew her, and he said he had come in earlier and asked her out, to which she said yes. so he had come back in to pick her up.
What?
I told him,
You liar. You liar. Oh, and you said this is a good looking dude? Bro, these are the psychopaths, bro. These are the psychopaths, bro. They come to you like Satan, bro. An angel of light, even though they're filled with darkness. I kid you not.
She had left for the day. A usual lie everyone tells to cover for their friends. His smile went away as he started looking annoyed. He said he wanted to speak to Nicole and ask her out again, which contradicted what he had just told me about accepting his previous invite.
You liar.
I told him he could not do that, which caused him to cross his arms and ask me why not. I'm not the best liar when it comes to making up excuses on the spot. However, I didn't want to tell him Nicole was gay if she didn't want him to know it, so I just blurted out that Nicole was my fiancée. His annoyed look went to confusion.
Bro, you just caused a problem on yourself now. Now you are involved in this. Now he's gonna come after you and kill you. I wouldn't even say that. I would just say, yeah, Nicole, no, she's feeling sick. She's not here right now. She's in, she on her break. She doesn't feel well. That's it. So maybe later on, maybe at the end of the day, talking about, oh, she's my fiance. Now this dude's about to murder you.
He asked me how someone as pretty as she is could go out with someone like me.
Wow.
Not a Jason Momoa or anything.
Wow.
I don't think I'm that bad looking.
Jason
it didn't
Momoa.
matter, and that her and I were getting married in a couple months, so he needed to back off. He gave me a death look, but didn't say anything.
Of course.
After an awkward silence, he left. After Nicole had gotten back, I told her what went down. She asked me to describe him, and after I told her what he looked like, she said that was the same guy who came in before. She was a bit creeped out by what went down, but she found the fiancé excuse rather funny.
Of course
she even
she
stated she'd rather be engaged to me than go out with him, which I'm guessing was a compliment. A couple of weeks went by.
It's not.
He had all but forgotten about the man at this point. But one night, after it had gotten dark, Nicole and I were getting the trash together so we could close down the registers and go home.
All right.
Just then, we hear a bang at the door, causing both of us to nearly jump out of our skins.
Wow.
It was the guy again.
Here
he
we
had
go.
A wild look in his eyes as he kept his face pressed against the glass.
This dude crazy.
We're closed, I tell him. But he insists he needs to come in.
What a
Nicole
crazy.
yells again to tell him she's not interested, and for him to go away and leave her alone.
Grab your weapon, bro.
He yells that he's not here for her. He's here for me. He then says that if
you're in this store right now, if this store has taught me anything when I've been inside, is that there is so much things you can use to kill a man. So grab something from there and use it. Attack this fool if he tries to attack you. You know what I'm saying? You have so many weapons and tools in this store, bro.
he can quote unquote take out her husband, then she'd be all his.
Wow.
Based on that, he wanted to kill me.
Exactly. You
I
see?
tell Nicole to run to the manager's office
see what
and
I
call
said?
the police.
Come on,
I'll stay
bro.
here and watch him. I won't lie though, I was pretty afraid to be in that tiny little area if the guy's able to get in. He wasn't the biggest guy, but he could have had a weapon on him. Plus,
Yep.
the store doesn't allow us to have self-defense items on us, so I was on my own here.
Grab
The guy
something
then
from
started
the store.
ramming the sliding doors like he was crazy. The doors were rattling, and I could have sworn we're gonna come off its base. Just then, Nicole comes running back around the corner with a 2x4 in her hand, yelling that the cops are on their way.
A 2x4.
Finally, the man decided
Let's
to
go.
leave. The closing manager met the officers when they came, and he took them to review the cameras. Thankfully, the man was caught and arrested, but Nicole nor I felt safe working there any longer.
Yep.
We're still friends and even attend the same college together, but we do have separate jobs now while we pay our way through classes.
Yeah.
I'm glad she was there to help me with the rogue man, as I hate to imagine what he might have done to me, or worse, what he might have done to her.
Oh,
She said she's glad I was there for her as well, as having a guy around tends to make men like him less confident in what they might try.
Yeah, you see?
It was a wake-up call for me as to how dangerous it can be for some girls when an interested guy just doesn't want to take no for an answer.
See what happens when you have a guy around? This is why you need a man. This is why men belong to women. Women belong to men, bro. Two girls, who's gonna protect who, bro? Think that's gonna, like, come on, bro.
So this happened a little over 2 years ago now, and I wanted to share it somewhere just to look back on it one day and never forget the lesson I learned. It was 2016 and I had just started a new job at a motel. It was low pay, but I needed an office job. One of my friends, Michael, got me this job. For a few days, I did training with the owner in the mornings. For 2 nights, Michael trained me.
late night motel shift?
That's just awful. How terrible. Oh no.
Our job was the 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. shift.
Oh,
Nothing
man.
exciting, checking guests in and doing paperwork.
Oh, man.
My boss, or the owner, went away with his wife on vacation for a week, which is attributed to the swift training I had to endure. So it was my first night alone on the night shift. There was a monitor with security cameras around the motel's property, and large glass windows all around the office building with a glass door. There was no night window like most motels have.
Yeah.
It was fairly early in the night, at about 1 a.m.
That just makes it weird.
Check-in paperwork.
Sucks.
That's when a man walks in and asks if we have any rooms available. Usually if someone's sketchy, my boss has me lie and say no, but he seemed normal at the moment. Without hesitation, I said,
At the moment?
Yes, of course, just for one?
What?
And he replies, yes. So I begin creating the reservation on the computer when I notice he starts swatting the air and making spitting noises, as if he's being surrounded by flies.
What the
I
heck?
try to ignore it. As far as I'm concerned, it wasn't my business. So I try to check him into the room as quickly as possible. I give him his key and he's on his way. At this point in time, I could be described as very timid. I had a lot going on in my personal life, so I hope you can all understand my reaction to what happens next.
All right,
Man
I will.
comes back from his room and slams his hand on the glass door,
What?
causing me to jump.
What the heck?
Absolutely frightened, I look up to see him just staring at me. He cracks the door and puts his head through and says, I can't get into my room. Why won't you let me into my room? And my only defense is trying to be helpful. So I replied, maybe there's something wrong with your key. Let me give you another one. The look he had in his eyes was inexplainable.
Bro, these people are fed up, bro. Wow. Are you sure your room key ain't working, sir, or do you want him to come with you?
I felt like I was in absolute danger. I handed him his new key, and he went back to his room. I tried texting Michael because he's the one who trained me, though it was in the middle of the night and he was asleep.
Of
I
course.
needed some guidance. With no reply from Michael, I noticed the man
GG's.
trudging down the stairs to come back. I go into absolute panic mode.
What
I
the
run into the
heck?
back office and lock the door, and I pull out my pocket knife. It's important to keep protection when working at night.
Yeah.
I hear the man in the office yelling, hello, hello, why won't you let me into my room? Do you
Bro, call the police.
Police! Police! Help! Police! Help!
not like me? Me being an absolute idiot and not standing my ground and just calling the police when I'm feeling scared, I decided to take the situation on alone.
What?
I reply, I'm just on the phone, I'll be right out. I then start calling Michael over and over for help. No answer. I decided to take a few breaths and then step out of the office.
What?
The man was not there. He was in the bathroom. I start hearing him talking to himself, angrily saying, kill her, kill her.
If you do not call the police.
Help! Help! Police! Help!
If you do not call the police right now, if you do not go in the back room, lock the door, and call the police, you have all this time to do it. You have not done it since. You try to take it upon yourself with your little pocket knife. Man, you are not suited for this job, bro.
My heart sank. Still being an idiot and not calling the police, he comes out and I say, your key was broken, I'm sorry. Let me escort you to your room. He agrees, thankfully. I was wearing a long-sleeved sweater, so with my arms down, I was able to hide my knife in my hand while holding it. I begin to walk outside, and he seemed insistent to walk behind me. We begin making our way to the staircase and up towards his room. I was sweating from how nervous I was.
You should have called the police first, bro, and then walked with him
Continuously
if you really
looking
wanted
behind me
to.
to make sure he wasn't going to make a move.
Oh, man.
He stops at a room, and I stop at his room a few doors down. I smile and say, oh, that's the wrong room. This is your room, as it clearly said on the door. This whole time, he was going to someone else's room and trying to open the door.
Yeah,
After
trying to kill
letting
that
him into
girl.
his room, I quickly ran back to the office and locked the door. And I found
Wow.
out there was a lone woman staying in the other room he was trying to get into.
There we go.
The next guest I checked in was a police officer from a few towns over. I felt bad for confiding in him about the guy, but he seemed willing to keep an eye and ear out. The next night, the man came back, but I had the doors locked and told him we're all booked up.
That's crazy.
Explained to my boss what happened when he got back from vacation.
Wow.
However, he didn't take it very seriously. I continued to work there on the night shift for the next year, where
What?
other strange encounters have happened, but this was one of the worst.
Are you kidding me? You worked there for a whole year? What? This dude wanted to get into a room that had a woman inside. Oh my goodness, bro. This is crazy, bro. There are some crazy people in this world. Like, what? And they are possessed, bro. They gotta be. Anywho, yeah, for anybody that works the late night shift, bro, these type of situations, bro, please have something on you. You know what I'm saying? It could really save your life, bro. Really save your life, bro. Yeah, stay safe out there. Catch you guys later. God bless y'all. Have a great day. Have a great week and a great weekend. Peace.
You win. Perfect.
Thank you.